My dad is going to the Olympics. I'm waiting to watch him on the TV. They said, no, you don't understand. He passed when he was in the passing from the plane. You know, when you disembark and you're in transit in Frankfurt. From Accra to Frankfurt, my dad passed in the on the way to the in transit. So here am I waiting for him to watch him 1994 Olympics. I had just had my daughter and I had told him that you come back and we find, I'm telling you. And then they brought back, instead of watching him on that field walking around, I met his coffin at the same place where I picked him up. So when I meet a winner, because he was a winner, the morning of when he died, I took him to the track field. He ran 4 laps. That was his practice. And then he passed. So what am I bringing this out for? We are winners. We are winners. We can fight until the day we go down. He was in his element. He was on the way to the 1994 Olympics in Atlanta. We are on our way somewhere, guys. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to say that it's not going to work. This is not the time to say the dream is not going to be. It's going to be. And there's great things that I learned from Ash, which I'm a family girl, because we were brought up. My mom had eight kids, and my mom was into my dad. So it was like all the time she needed was to be with my dad. So she made us very self-sufficient. So she was like, she would put strength in your heart. You go to my mom and say, well, mom, I think somebody doesn't like me. She would ask you, why does the person have to like you? What qualities do you have that the person should like about you? So what did that do? It made you look into yourself. Just like Jesus would say, look into yourself. Check yourself out first before you check your brother out. So I grew up knowing that the other person was valuable. The other person, we should not bring the other person down. I grew up in a family where my grandma, I had taken her to a village to go and buy glasses for her because she could not see. And she was hungry. So I went to look for bread for her. When I gave her the bread, I gave it to her and I just went back to get some water. When I came back, the whole loaf of bread was gone. I said, you couldn't have eaten that bread in 2 minutes? She said, I gave it to people who needed it. That woman had a baby and the baby was hungry. And I gave it to that baby. I was like, before I was taken aback, I was not happy about it. But I was thinking, a 90-year-old woman forgetting her own hunger and giving it, isn't that what Ash is? Forgetting himself. Isn't that what we are taught in the Bible? Forget ourselves and do for others. Another great thing Ash did. I'm telling you, I'm somebody who, like I said, I don't talk on my own. Like, I'm a very quiet, ultra quiet person, you know. But on my own, I'll just be observing things. So we are built from our family. One day, he said he had gone to a place in Florida, and his children were helping feed some people in a car park or something like that. And he talked about how he and his wife had to go home. That helped. I remember it very well. Ash, you're right on track. My dad used to stand, we had an industrial laundry, and he used to stand on the top of that laundry, and all the mad men, when I say mad men, lunatics in that city, would come to him, and he'll give everybody $1, let's say $1, that equivalent, to feed them for the day. And I saw him do that. And I used to think, I don't think these people are mad, because if they know every day to find their way to where their bread is, then their brains were working. These were stark, raving lunatics. But what lesson did it teach me that I attribute to Ash? At that young age, about maybe 16 years old, because for over 20 years, I saw my dad doing that. So it's so automatic to help the needy. So when Ash was help with his children and they were feeding their needy. I said, these children are made for life. That's how you learn. Giving is not easy. We have billionaires that cannot give. But when you can pass it on generationally, then you're somebody worthy of emulation. Thank you for that example. It's always in my heart. And I just want to say, brothers and sisters, when we come on, let's listen to Ash's heart. Scientists have found out that there is a brain in the heart. There's a brain in the heart. You talk to a woman, give the woman a whole house, and then you don't hug her or remember her anniversary. She has cause to say that I don't want you anymore. Why? That heart in the brain was not activated. The heart in the brain is a different heart, a real heart. And when it connects to the heart up here, I'm telling you, great things happen. What did Ash say? He says the company with a heart. He said it many times, and those are my pointers. I'll just be looking at those things. He said a company with a heart. That is a brain connected to the heart, a brain connected to the company, a brain connected to AI. The Bible says, taste and see what is good. The Bible says, did not our heart burn within us? When somebody is talking to you and the person is speaking truth, the person is speaking power, like he did this Wednesday, my heart was burning within me. I called friends of mine. I said, the original Ash is back. The original Ash. Ash, our heart was burning within us. Your heart speaks, and he speaks to our heart more than your pocket. Listen to his heart. Listen to his mind. Great, great, great pointers. And the Bible says that the people who sat in darkness saw a great light. Why am I so full of faith? My grandma, when she was 6, she started being spiritual. She departed from the Presbyterian church. And then she was now Pentecostal. Do you know, many years, she used to walk up and down all the streets spreading the gospel. In those days, a woman. So there's nothing unusual about doing something unusual. Be unusual. Get on passive, be unusual in your life.